Do you see it?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna do present mode, and now I can't see anything but the screen. So if I need, I'll look over to your screen.
I can go.
Yeah,
here,
full screen. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there is a lag. There's definitely a lag because I'm on full screen like this already, and yours hasn't done that yet. Will it? Yeah.
That was a while ago to do that.
That was yeah.
So you know what I'm thinking? Maybe I should sit over there at least.
Okay.
I think it'll be really confusing.
Sure. Can you leave this up though? Just
Sure.
yeah. I just want to see if I need. I'll look over and look at the chat box.
Okay.
It says one watching now.
Where am I going to see the questions?
Here, I'll show you. We should full screen it. Well, we can full screen it, but they're going to ask you. All right, I guess I'll start now. All right, it's 6 o'clock. Hi, everyone. Let's go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for joining the webinar tonight. So we're just going to go through a PowerPoint, and can we just, before we start, let me make sure that I'm not just talking to myself. If you can hear me, can you please just type that you can hear me in the chat box? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Wait, you have to sign into chat.
Yeah, I don't.
I lost you.
If you can hear me, can you please type that you can hear me in the chat box? Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone's here, to be honest. Can you sign in using this?
You have to sign into chat. But I have to sign in with a different account.
You can sign in using any account.
I can sign in using what?
Any account. Any account.
Well, except you know.
If anybody is there, please type that you can hear me in the chat box. Can you see the message that I typed?
No, when I go to, it keeps throwing me off.
Just type the message in the chat box.
So when I come here to say something, to sign into chat.
Yeah, but if you don't click on it, can you see what I wrote?
No.
I guess so. You have to sign into any account. Any account.
But it has to be a YouTube account.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the way I have a YouTube account.
Just sign. Click sign in. Yes. The other Gmail.
I have no Hotmail. I can, but again, I don't have a YouTube account.
YouTube is linked with Gmail. I'm gonna send out another email to see if anyone's there. Because they might just be having the same problem as you. Is it working, Kent?
I can, well, I wrote something. I wrote something. It says I can hear you.
Okay. It looks like nobody else can, either nobody else is signed in or nobody else is here. Once again, if you can hear me, please type something in the chat box just so that I know I'm not talking into a void. Yeah, I can see your message.
Okay, so you might want to explain to everybody that they have to sign in.
And if you can hear me, but you can't access the chat, you have to sign into YouTube using any kind of Gmail account, and that will allow you to access the chat box. You know what? I'll give them 5 minutes.
Does it say how many people are watching?
It says 2, but you're signed in here and you're signed in over there too. So I don't know.
Did you get RSVP? Did you have them RSVP?
I had them. I sent them all an email.
I'm getting both.
I sent them all an email, and like, some of them responded, but I expected at least Laura to be there because she actually emailed me this morning because I hadn't sent the link out. If nobody shows up, I will just run through everything and I'll post the video, and then they can ask me questions.
Is it recording now?
It is recording.
Can you cut off all of this?
I don't know if I can. I'll try to do that. But
I'm gonna mute myself.
you can. I mean, if your voice is going through, it's because it's going through my microphone.
I will mute myself. No, it's not actually. It's going through my microphone.
Oh, you have a microphone.
Well, apparently, it's connected to the computer. So they might actually be able to speak. We can try it. When we get to the question, but it will still happen.
All right. So I'm just gonna go and run through it.
Okay. I'll stay here and do some work.
All right. Thank you. All right, everyone. I'm going to get started. Here's our agenda for today. It includes an intro of some of the broader changes in our Level 6 curriculum, how to use our updated curriculum and summary spreadsheet, and the new textbooks we're incorporating as a tool for you to use, as well as some important reminders. Between all these points, there will be time for you to ask any questions, but none of you are here. So if you have any questions, I guess just email me with any questions that you have regarding the Level 6 curriculum. And yeah, we'll get started. For those of you who haven't met me yet, This is me. My name is Ashley Wong, and I'll be your teacher coordinator for this summer. Some of you are returning teachers, and you may know me, and some of you may be familiar with Jasper, who is abroad for the summer. I'm basically your main contact point, and my job is to communicate with all of you. So I'll be sending you a weekly update email, usually on a Sunday night or sometime during the week, more or less with the information that you'll need to know for the week. I'm also your first point of contact if you have any questions or concerns. And I do other stuff too, but for the new teachers, I'll be introducing myself to you again in person at the orientation this Thursday. So I hope to see you all there. So a little bit on the broad changes to our curriculum this summer. First, the shift from just writing class to a theme-based curriculum. Over time, we've noticed that although writing is important for English language learners, a writing course may not be the most useful to our students in their day-to-day lives. So not all of our students are going to have the same goals. Some of them may want to have some academic writing experience and practice, and some of them may plan on going to college, but most of them simply want to be able to fill out forms at their job. So we've incorporated writing into our curriculum, but overall the structure is more based around themes such as employment, environment, education, finances, etc., etc. Hopefully, this will be more practical for our students. Next is more teacher autonomy. Our level 6 curriculum has always been more flexible than the other levels curriculums since we don't teach from a textbook. So I'd like to offer you even more autonomy this summer semester by allowing you to select what kind of writing and contact you'd prefer to teach. I put up a schedule to add some structure to the curriculum, but I want to stress that there are plenty of options for you and you do not need to adhere to what's on the curriculum in summary. Lastly, with more freedom comes more responsibility. So it might be daunting to have to come up with your own lessons every class. And so what I've done is I've done my best to provide you with as many resources as I can to help you with your lesson planning. Next is how to use the new curriculum and summary spreadsheet. So our format is a little different from last semester. Hold on. See if you can see that better. Yeah, our format is a little different from last semester in that the weekly units are organized by theme instead of writing. That means you can choose the type of writing you want to cover based on what will be most useful for your students. I've included some suggested topics in the topics column and also have some additional suggestions and alternatives in another column on the right. So you can feel free to make changes or to use the alternatives from that column as you see fit. And specific grammar and writing resources that might be helpful for you are located in the middle column called Grammar and Vocabulary Resources. So you can use any or all of these in your lessons. Now, as you can see, this is a truly free-form curriculum. That means it's absolutely imperative that you take the time to provide updates for other teachers to see before and after your lessons so that everyone is on the same page. So you might want to indicate in the additional comments that what you're planning on using or using your initials next to specific resources so that other teachers know not to repeat them. You can find those on the rightmost side of the page. I'll be uploading this class summary actually. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have everything set up. Also, the level 6 wiki will be increasingly important for this semester because it has so many accumulated resources. I'll be sending you a link for all of you to sign up. And once you do, I'll grant you access to the wiki. So actually, the link can be found under topics for each week, and all the links to all the resources that I've accumulated will be on the wiki. So as you can see, it's laid out like this with the introduction to level 6 for the first week, it'll have all the resources and kind of like a plan. And then if you scroll down all the way to the bottom, there are all the grammar and vocabulary resources that you can choose from. And then if you scroll down even further, there are alternative resources that you can use for any given day. If you have any questions, again, feel free to email me at ciesleteachers@gmail.com. So now we have some important reminders for you. And the first thing is to keep in mind the needs of the students. So previous notions of this level being a writing class are not accurate to what our program is trying to achieve nowadays. And we want our students to succeed in the real world. We're not necessarily preparing them for college, although some of them might want to go to college someday. We have kept some essay writing for those who do want to continue their education, but overall, our goal is to teach them life skills and not how to write an essay necessarily. We ask that you're flexible with your lessons and try your best to tailor them to your students' needs. Next is keeping records up to date. I can't stress this enough. You must update each other, whether it's on the curriculum and summary or in a group chat. I've seen that work as well. So whatever it is, just make sure your team is on the same page. As always, communication is key. Lastly, keep in mind that this is the last level in our program. So we really want to push a culture of self-efficacy. We want our students to continue on learning on their own after they graduate from our program. We want them to take initiative, to rely less on teachers, to take learning into their own hands. To do that, we've implemented a lot of peer review and opportunities for students to self-evaluate and evaluate each other instead of just looking to the teacher. So let's move on to textbooks. We've ordered a new series of textbooks to add to your teacher toolkit. English Grammar in Use is our intermediate book, and it's the one that we recommend for you to use since the level aligns with that of our students. However, our students are all different. Some of them may need the beginner and or advanced levels for some particular grammar structures. And the other two books will be kept at the Earl 105 office, and you can check them out as needed. So the English Grammar in Use book is available for checkout like the future textbooks. You can take the book out for the semester and then return at the end of the summer. And then the other two books are available as needed. Just come to the office and we'll have them here for you to check out. I want to stress that this is not like the future textbooks that we use in levels 1 through 5. We're not doing straight grammar with the students. These books are a tool for you to use when you feel like students need more help with a specific grammar structure, not for the entire lesson. So here's just an example of what the textbook exercises look like. This is how it's laid out in short 1 to 2 pages. We have some explanations and examples on the left side of the page, and it's really just some drilling exercises on the right side for them to practice. It's great for when you just want to touch on a specific grammar point that they seem to be struggling with. And as you can see, it's not really a long activity that makes you feel like you're teaching a grammar class. It's really just there as a supplement to your lesson, not the entire lesson. All right, thank you for listening. I'm looking forward to working with you all this summer. And for your reference, a recording will be uploaded to Google Drive for your viewing. So don't hesitate to contact me via email if you have any other questions or concerns. Thanks, everyone.